Sam, you're here representing 10 years since you guys competed in Beijing. Just kind of wrap your mind around that, what that's like for you.
10 years, they just asked me, how much has changed in 10 years? I mean, 10 years ago, I was going into my junior year of high school, so a lot's changed. I graduated high school, for those that haven't seen me in 10 years. Went to UCLA, graduated from UCLA as well with a communication degree. Now I do sports broadcasting for the Pac-12 networks, starting football in the fall, which is going to be really fun for me since football is my favorite sport other than gymnastics. And I also started the Beam Queen Boot Camp, which is really definitely a passion project for me that I've been thinking about for a while. For some of the Region 5ers, maybe you know, I had a lot of fears growing up, especially on beam. I almost quit the sport because of my series on beam one time, and I just had a lot of fears, and so it's everything that I wish that I had as a young gymnast. So we give them the tools, the resources to build that confidence at a young age. Beam ended up being my favorite event and my best event, shockingly. And so it's all of the things that I learned along the way that I wish that I knew at a young age. So we're passing on all these life lessons. So imagine a female empowerment conference disguised as a gymnastics beam boot camp, and then you have Beam Queen Boot Camp. So it's really fun. I get to hang out with my friends who happen to be amazing gymnasts and amazing coaches, and we get to work with gymnasts all around the country. So it's been a really fun 10 years, I guess.
How cool is it, you think, that you've been able to kind of wrap a lot of the stuff that you went through in your career into some of the projects you have now, especially like the boot camp and stuff like that? How important and how cool is that you get that opportunity to do that?
It's really cool, just looking at what I'm doing in terms of career-wise now. I know when I graduated, I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do. Each season kind of seemed to be a little bit different for me, but now I feel like I'm starting to get a clear idea of those goals and where I want to be, and using all the things that I love. So coaching beam specifically, and being able to still connect with all of my gymnastics friends and Olympians and national team members in different parts of the country, so we get to travel and pass on that knowledge and kind of give back to the sport that gave us so much. And then also football for me, I've always been a huge Colts fan, so now kind of making my way into the football scene is a dream come true.
Cool. You guys have, I'm sure, gotten together and told stories and talked about your experiences here. What is you think the one big memory you take away from Beijing that just kind of holds you to your heart more than maybe just the silver medal, but just like the actual remembering of what's went on there?
I think looking back at 2008, it's like a whirlwind, right? It's like this dream that doesn't feel real in a sense, and then in the same breath it kind of feels like it was yesterday. But when I was 5 years old, I watched the 1996 Olympic team win the gold medal in Atlanta, Georgia, and they had a VHS tape called Magnificent Seven. Maybe some of you my age or older would have remembered that. I watched it over and over, and something about that tape stood out to me, and it was when the girls walked into the arena for the first time and the crowd was chanting USA, USA, and I forgot about that completely until fast forward, and I was walking into the arena for the first time in Beijing, China, and I looked around, and even though we were in a different country, I saw more American flags than Chinese flags, and all I could hear was the crowd chanting USA, USA, just like they were doing in the movie I watched when I was 5. So that moment hit me so hard, and it was just a moment of appreciation of, wow, good job. It was all worth it. All of the hard days, all the conditioning, and those days in the gym that were not easy, makes you look back and just say, I'm proud of you. Very blessed to be here. And that moment was at the Olympics for me.
And the last thing is, how do you think Region 5 has helped you to where you've gotten to in your career?
Wow, Region 5 has done so much for me. I was fortunate to do all of the levels, and some of my most fond memories of gymnastics were going to the Region 5 camps and getting to know some of the other gymnasts, and playing the games and working with the other gym owners and the gym coaches. I loved camps. exams, just because it kind of split up the monotony of practice. But doing the mental training sessions and working with the judge and all of these things that I didn't know were unique until I got to college and realized that it was a really special thing that Region 5 was able to give to all of us athletes, especially when you make level 10 nationals. I know that's always really special, getting the gear and working together as a team and staying with your teammates and stuff. And that's always something that I will remember thinking about my JO career.